Good morning. Welcome to the Carnivore edition of Get Real with Tracy. I hope you'll enjoy my journey every Wednesday as I share the things that I am learning on this carnivore lifestyle that I've chosen to adapt. I'm 118 days into the carnivore lifestyle and have lost 38 pounds to date and about the same amount of inches. So I'm really excited about the results that I'm seeing from the carnivore lifestyle. And I hope to just share on my channel here the everything I'm experiencing, the good things, the bad, the struggles, which are very few actually. This has been one of the best, if you want to call it a diet, it's been one of the best diets that I've ever been on, where I really have not had the cravings and the struggles that I would face normally on any other diets. Anyway, I hope that you will find this video helpful. I will be including some of my favorite recipes that I like, just different things, tools, and tips that I've found that have helped me a lot, and share and link to the experts that I've chosen to follow that have helped shape my life on this carnivore lifestyle journey. So I'm not an expert by any means on the carnivore lifestyle, and what I share is my own personal experience. What works for me may not work for you, and this is not intended to be medical advice either. So each of us needs to listen to our own bodies and to follow what it's telling us. That's one thing that I've noticed. One of the benefits of this carnivore lifestyle is I've really paid attention to my body for a change. And I realize that there are certain things my body just does not tolerate and does not like. And I used to just ignore it and eat it anyway. But now I'm paying more attention to my body, and it really does help. Like, I really learned that sugar it's so addictive. It's more addictive than cocaine, and it had such a hold on my mind. And I would struggle with that, but it was mostly connected with my emotional eating habits. So I used to punish myself all the time with food when I was emotional, upset, or whatever. So I'm recognizing that now, and I'm able to stop those really huge cravings and binge desires that I used to have whenever I would try a diet or something would happen in my life to where I was upset. And that's been one of the greatest benefits, I think, of all that I've found, is I can recognize that and I know what's happening. So I'm able to kind of renew my mind and change things around and look at things differently, and I don't struggle nearly as much as I had in the past. One of my favorite carnivore experts is Kelly Hogan from My Zero Carb Life. And of course, I will post her channel down below. But Kelly is awesome. She has been a carnivore for over 13 years and has lost 120 pounds. And I love her enthusiasm. I love how she wants to share and help others to succeed on this lifestyle like she has. And she's just been such a great encouragement to me. In fact, I signed up for her coaching calls once a week on Wednesdays, and those have been very helpful for me. I've learned so much that I didn't even know before, like why it's important to track your macros and what tools you can use, and how to signal your body to burn fat instead of carbs, and just a wealth of great information. I mean, it is well worth it to do the coaching calls with her, and I will encourage you to consider doing that if you're thinking about it or struggling with anything in any ways. She's just a joy to talk with, and you get there's 30 people in a class, so you do get attention from her, and she just gives you a ton of information. So it's been well worth it for me. I plan to renew again because I just really kind of at that point after being 118 days in the carnivore lifestyle, I'm finding that what I'm struggling with is, like, I've developed kind of a meat aversion from eating ribeye steaks of all things. They just don't taste as good to me right now, and could be my cooking. because I have kind of slacked off on my cooking skills over the years. But I think it's also just that I need more of a variety in my life on the things that I eat. Anyway, Kelly has some really great information for you. I've been learning, I think that I've trained my body to eat once a day. And one of the things that Kelly brought to my attention is when you kind of hit those plateaus and you stop losing weight, it could be because you're not feeding your body enough. And I think in my past, I have always just kind of ignored my hunger signals and ignored my body telling me it needed to be fueled, and trained it to only eat once a day. So then when I do eat and I'm hungry, I get full really fast. And so it makes it difficult for me to get in the calories I need to get in to really effectively lose weight. And I should be eating like 2,000 calories a day to lose weight, which is really interesting. I'm trying to eat 3 times a day, but it's a tough one. I seem to do okay with 2. In fact, I'm kind of realizing, I don't know if it's just gonna be a transition period to getting to the 3 meals a day, but just eating 2 meals seems to be more likable with my body. My body seems to prefer it because don't tend to get as hungry in the mornings, but it's probably because I'm having coffee usually or tea. That could contribute to my hunger being satiated for a while. I'm trying to do at least twice a day, and do intermittent fasting in between. So I'll eat twice in a 6 hour period, and then I won't eat again until the next day about the same time. And that seemed to be really helping my body lose weight. I was averaging about a pound. Um, was it a pound a day? No, it wasn't a pound a day, a pound a month. No, 10 pounds a month. Sorry, can't do my math. Anyways, it's been very helpful for me. So I'm kind of going to go back to that system because it was working for me. And I kind of have stalled since I've tried to get more calories in and eat 3 times a day. So that's the beauty of carnivore is everybody's body responds differently. So you really have to listen to what your body's telling you, and you need to follow what it's saying and find what works for you and stick with that. Like I do have some seasonings in my food besides salt and pepper. Pepper's really high in oxalates, by the way. If you don't know what oxalates are, you should look that up. And I just try and keep it to where I'm eating foods that I like, and that's what I'm working on doing. One of the biggest things that Kelly encourages us is to move. And that's been a big thing for me because I'm a graphic designer and a web developer. So, what do? I sit in front of a computer all day and I tend not to move. So, I'm trying to really be conscious of getting up and moving. She says, even if it's just getting up and walking to your back door and back, get up and move. Just do what you can do. And every day, encourage yourself to go a little bit further. And so the other day, I was really happy. I was able to walk the entire block. And I kind of surprised me. I didn't think I would. It's amazing how movement really does help facilitate the weight loss. And it has another little benefit. It gets things really moving, if you know what I mean. Eating the carnivore lifestyle, constipation can be an issue sometimes. One of the things I learned on that is if I have too much dairy, that'll get me. I have to be very careful on the dairy. I love dairy. I'm a cheesy girl and I love whipped cream, but I have to be careful on that. I do allow myself a couple of times a week to have a whipped cream treat, for kind of my dessert feeling, because that's one thing I like to have desserts, and that satisfies my cravings for it. So only do that a couple of times a week. Um, I follow Dr. Ken Berry also. I find he's very fascinating to listen to. He goes into the science and the medical benefits of the carnivore lifestyle, and he does a really great job of staying on top of recent studies and scientific proof of the carnivore lifestyle being the proper human diet. So I'll link to his channel as well. So if you haven't listened to Dr. Berry. You really need to start listening to him because he does a great job of bringing us up to date on what's going on with the latest and greatest. In fact, I don't know if you've heard about, oftentimes with carnivore, when we get our blood work done, our LDL levels will be highly elevated. I mean, extremely elevated, to where doctors say, you better get to the hospital. You're about to have a heart attack. And they've been doing a study on this high LDL, and he's got a video, and I will link it below, that he's talked with other doctors who have been researching this. It's called lean mass hyperresponder syndrome. And that is where people with lean body mass, which I'm going to be one day, I'm not quite there yet, but I'll get there, tend to develop this high LDL. But it's the triglycerides that you really need to pay attention to. If you have high triglycerides, that's the culprit more than the LDL is. And this video that they talk about, the research that they found, is just fascinating. So I will link it below. So make sure you check that one out too. One of the things that I've found going into this carnivore lifestyle is I really relied on ribeye steaks a lot. And all of a sudden, 118 days into it, I'm starting to develop an aversion to ribeye steaks. And that's kind of weird. I don't know why that's happening. Kelly had said to keep pushing through, it'll pass. I guess it's a normal thing that can happen sometimes. So, if you've run into any kind of meat aversion or anything like that, please comment below and let us know what you did to overcome that and how it helped you through. So I've been trying to kind of change things up a little bit in my diet and eat more things than just ribeye. So one of the chefs, there's a couple of chefs that I like to follow. One is ChrisCookingNashville, and I'll share his channel below as well. He has a variety of carnivore and ketovore recipes that he makes because he's carnivore and his wife is ketovore. So one of my favorite recipes is his carnivore pizza, and you can make this carnivore pizza crust, and the link will be down below in the description. And he's been a lifesaver for me because I have been able to get a variety of things that I'm able to eat now, where I was just relying mainly on not prime rib. I like prime rib too, but ribeye steak and that. So make sure you check out Chris Cooking Nashville. He has a great channel. Lots of good stuff that you can try for yourself. And I love that he does the carnivore and the ketovore, because eventually down the road, maybe I might switch to becoming more of a ketovore. We'll see what happens. The other chef that I follow is the Carnivore Chef, and he's got a couple of cookbooks, which I have provided a link below. Sometimes, though, he uses ingredients that may not be considered strict carnivore, maybe a little bit more on the ketovore side. But, I think you need to really listen to what your body's telling you and do what helps you to be successful on this diet. So I will put a link to his channel as well. In fact, I made the carnivore taco casserole the other night, and it was really good because I've been having a hard time eating ground beef as well. So that tasted really good to me and I enjoyed it, except it did give me a little bit of heartburn. So I got to be careful on that. And then Kelly, my favorite Kelly, she has a great recipe for dessert. It's called the Oopsie Cake. And yes, it's carnivore friendly. And I'll put the link for that video below as well. And then Dr. Kiltz, who I highly recommend if you are struggling with infertility or PCOS, anything like that, follow Dr. Kiltz. He has really good information about how carnivore can help you with that. He is an infertility specialist, by the way, but he has carnivore ice cream. So I'll include the link there too. I think it's such a good thing to be able to, keep yourself from feeling deprived, to be able to have a few things And of course, with anything, it's moderation in what you eat. And Dr. Kilt's, his is, pretty much guilt free. It does rely heavy on cream, though, and as does the oopsie cake. So be careful if dairy is a trigger for you. I actually think I want to try the oopsie cake for Thanksgiving and maybe put some pumpkin pie spice in it and make a pumpkin pie spice cake. A pumpkin pie spice oopsie cake. That's one thing I love is you can still enjoy the pumpkin spice crave that's going on right now. You can make your own eggnog. Dr. Laura Wiedemann has a really good recipe on that. You can find that, look that up, and then just add a little spice. I like to make pumpkin spice custard and have that every once in a while. So make sure you check out the links that I put below in the description. And then I want to also bring you to Kerry from Homestead How. Kerry's been a man, that guy's amazing how much weight he's lost. But the big thing for him is he had a shoebox full of medications that he was having to take, and he got completely off of those. So thanks to the carnivore lifestyle. And God has put on his heart to make a documentary called the Carnivore Diet Documentary. So right now he's got some fundraising going on, trying to raise funds to film that. And I love Kerry because he just showcases everyday people like you and me that have had their lives changed by following the carnivore lifestyle. And Kerry and his daughter, they have such a down to earth approach on the carnivore lifestyle. And he shares what it did for him and for others. And I just really like how he's been inspiring so many people around the world. And he's really inspired me as well. So check out Kerry as well. All these guys are the heroes of the carnivore lifestyle for me. And you will find they've got a ton of helpful information to help you succeed in your journey in the carnivore lifestyle. I'm looking forward to the day that the fat that binds me and robs me of my life is gone and I'm able to start doing the things that I used to do. Like I'm looking forward to riding horses again and to be able to ski again and be more active. And I might even take up surfing because my son in law is a surf instructor up in Tofino, British Columbia, Canada. Sadler Surf School. If you ever want to, you're up there and you want to go surfing, look up Andrew. He'll train you right. And I just want to be able to move again and enjoy life. I have been sedentary for way too long, and I used to be very athletic. So I want to get my life back. I want to get my health back, and I want to just feel good about myself again. So join me every Wednesday for the Carnivore Lifestyle, and I'll share more tips and tricks along the way, ups and downs, whatever comes my way. You'll see it because as my channel is, Get Real with Tracy. I'm very real, but God is so good to me, and I'm very thankful that I found the carnivore lifestyle. I feel like it's going to be a great change for my life, and I hope it is for you too. So make sure you comment below and let me know how far are you into the carnivore lifestyle, what changes you've seen, what maybe are some things that you've been struggling with in that. And I hope to be back with you again next Wednesday as we discuss the carnivore edition of Get Real with Tracy. Hope you have a great day and may God bless you and enjoy your meat. Bye bye.